mature adult with a business degree.
Big, 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 big. All I see you do is big, 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 big. Little piggy, why you?
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. If I could get down on my hands and knees and say thank you and still be on camera, I would do it. Okay, I seriously would do it. I need you to help support everything, all right?
Big, 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 big,
What?
big. All I see you do is big, 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 big.
What?
Little piggy, why you?
And the only thing I would need to say, guys, please, if you at all can, if you want to help me out the most, please tip me. Right now, behind the scenes, there's stuff going on that I don't want to really disclose, but I am completely and utterly strapped with all cash, and it's in a bad situation.
Yo, what's up,
because I have
Weeb?
bills
What's up,
coming
Mr. A? What's up,
and I'm
Batman?
nervous, and, you know, if you tip me now, that's the funds that are going straight to my bills until I get paid by Twitch in the next week. But I'm not the kind of person that's going to sit here and say, please buy this shirt, please subscribe, please do this, please sub, please thumbs up the video, please see my other channels, please. When do you ever hear me talking like that in a video? And quite frankly, those people who make that shit up should be sued. They should be sued into oblivion. But I'm not a rich man, and I don't have the means to do it. You know, some of that stuff out there has been insanely damaging and messed up. The things they said about me and my family, that's completely false. And they have absolutely no factual corroboration for any of it. Who? I'm a dunce. I'm a dunce. Yes, that's true. He's a pedophile. He's a racist. He's a sexist. Yes, that's true. I smell. I'm a dunce. Offensive. Egregious cross-dresser.
I feel a little better than yesterday.
Yes, that's true.
Well, I don't know.
Gifted a body that has a lot of shortcomings.
I feel like I have a head cold.
Bad back injury, a severely herniated gout. You oozing with grit. Postnasal gout. Gout is a disease that makes you act like an ass. He's a racist. He's a sexist. He's a scammer. He's this. He's that. Yes, that's true. I'm a dunce. I'm a dunce. Yes, that's true. He's a pedophile. He's a racist. He's a sexist. Yes, that's true. I smell. I'm a dunce. Stupid mouth drooler. Offensive. Egregious cross-dresser. Yes, that's true. I'm a dunce. I'm a dunce. Yes, that's true. He's a pedophile. He's a racist. He's a sexist. Yes, that's true. I smell. I'm a dunce. Offensive. Egregious cross-dresser. Yes, that's true. It was like Phil's an embezzler, and Phil invests his money in terrorism, and Phil's a drug dealer. So I'm having a dream that basically people are saying every
that's what my
heinous
dad
kind of
used
thing
to
they
tell
can
me about
possibly
weed.
say about me, but because of who I am, people believe it.
I gave nugs of weed to Obi. Nah, but he used to say like if I bought weed that I was supporting like terrorists and shit. Fucking liar, dude. He said I think he believed that shit too. He used to be in the military, so they brainwashed him and shit.
You guys like pizza? I know I do. I love pizza. I'm Italian. I'm disappointed that since I moved out here to the West Coast, there is not a real authentic East Coast Italian style pizza out here. Would you like to have a pizza party with me? Mamma mia! Make it a pizza pie! Pizza pie! Felipe! Pizza pie! Turn on the ovens! Mozzarella! And delicious! Take it dollars! Roll it out the toss it again! Pizza pie! Make it a pizza pie! Pizza pie! Felipe! Pizza pie! Pizza pie! Delicious! Pizza pie! Pizza pie! Pizza pie! Turn on the ovens! Salvano cheese, Salvano greasy shit, crazy meat, weird sauce. The sauce has these big chunks of tomato that are very well seasoned, that are really good. Turn on the ovens and burn all the pizzas. Mamma
Right?
mia! Make it a pizza
Like where's the
pie.
sauerkraut at, you know?
Pizza pie, Felipe, pizza pie. Turn on the ovens.
Where's the sausage?
Mozzarella and delicious. Break it down, roll it out, toss in the air. Pizza pie. Make it a pizza pie. Greasy shit. Pizza pie. Felipe. Pizza pie. Weird sauce. Pizza pie. Delicious pizza pie. Pizza pie.
It's because Phil just wants to eat cheese all day.
Mamma mia. Make it a pizza
I say that when I'm about to make some mozzarella sticks, dude.
Pizza pie. Turn on the oven. Mozzarella. And delicious.
He just wants that cheese and that sauce, dude. That pizza.
Pizza pie.
Throw that grease on there from that cheese. That greasy cheese.
Pizza pie. Cheese. Pizza pie. Delicious pizza pie. Weird sauce. Pizza pie. Crazy meat. Pizza pie. Turn on the oven. Now on to the more exotic seasonings. These seasonings are catered more towards Italians. If you're not Italian, you don't like these kind of seasonings, you don't have to use them. But I'm Italian. And
It's either that or this.
They completely soaked the sandwich in sauce.
Yo!
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 Juicy, tangy, moist, gourmet level burger.
That's robust.
Safe to swallow. Juicy, tangy, moist cheeseburger. Getting all over my face. Gourmet level burger. Tangy zip, swirl, moist
burger.
Yummy and robust. Yo! I have gout. Gout is a disease that makes my acid levels much higher than most people's. And so if I eat certain foods, my acid level elevates, skyrockets, and then I get all giant swelling and incredible pain in my joints. So I'm gonna eat this burger live with you today and share what I think about it. I'm sure people are gonna be asking me questions about it.
Yo!
Juicy, tangy, moist, gourmet level, timed release of flavors. Burger.
That's robust.
Juicy, tangy, moist burger. Getting all over my face. Gourmet level burger. Tangy, swirl, moist
Burger.
Yo! Gow, 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 gow.
Cheeseburger.
My hand is completely covered in sauce.
King of the Ring, 23. It's not that deep. Big ups, here we go. Here we go.
Look at my.
Damn, business in the trash. It's not that deep. And you're spending all your cash. It's not that deep. Damn. Get a job, touch grass, maybe touch your wife's ass, lay off the red meat. It's not that deep. It's not that deep. No. It's not that deep. Damn. It's not that deep. It's not that deep.
It's not that deep.
That's why you got fucking gout, bitch. It's not that deep. Damn, it's me, ALT, Steve, motherfucking Sam. We're going on a jet and we're going to Japan, bitch. It's not that deep. Yeah, it's not that deep. Your business in the trash. It's not that deep. And you're spending all your cash. It's not that deep. Your channel's getting fucked. It's not that deep. Tonight you getting caught. It's not that deep. Damn. Get a job, touch grass, touch your wife's ass, lay off the red meat. It's not that deep. Damn. It's not that deep.
How do you expect not to get haters? If you're dog shit, even on your best behavior. Fuck you, DSB, piece of shit. King of the Ring, 23. Let's go.
Yeah. Or how about this? How about just don't eat red meat, dude? Start with that. Yo, what's up, Barrymore? Yes, yes. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It time go. It time blow. For sure. I'll play that in a second. Gonna get situated real quick, you know what I mean? I wonder what Phil's gonna talk about today, huh? I actually don't have that song downloaded. I'll have to get that one in a minute.
Of course, bounties are for fun, little girl. Again, I can't make anyone do anything. This is not a commitment. There's no legal contract. These are people saying they're going to do something nice, right? So if you say you're going to do something nice, then do it. And if you don't, you're banned. Oh, Rob. You owe me easy money, all right? 10, 20, 40, bruh. Easy money. 10, 20, 40, easy money. $10 top 10, $20 top 5. Got the bag, got the bag, got the bag.
Yeah, I'm
Correct.
doing okay.
I have your super chat right here. That's $40. And if you don't pay up, I'm gonna open the door and shoot you. You owe me easy money, alright? 10, 20, 40, correct? Easy money. 10, 20, 40, easy money. Easy money.
10, 20, 40. Correct? Easy money. 10, 20, 40. Easy money.
To the playlist. No. What is up, everyone? Hello, hello, and welcome. Only mic was on. It's been on the whole time, huh? I don't even know. Hello, hello, hello. Turn it up, turn it up, turn it up. Turn up my neck phones. Mic check. 1, 2, 1, 2.
Yo, turn up my neck phones, dog.
What's up,
It's time to
Jake?
go.
Yo.
I mean, I'm sorry.
Today? Are you ready?
Time to go.
Yo, yo. You know what time it is. Yes, Jay. It's time to go. Shout out to all my niggas from Guadalajara, Acapulco. I'm cruising in my blue Corolla. I need that money to be a high roller. Trapped and made a pan controller. She's crying downstairs, so I have to console her. Swimsuit model with eating disorder. Spent $200 on her DoorDash order. Yo, just a fucking crook with a fucking crooked jaw. False flagging out channel with my puppy dog. I committed fraud, and I got low teeth. I'm a low teeth god. False flagging, mundane maggot. Phil's fat, Phil's a faggot. Phil's a loser, Phil's a beggar. Arnold, Phil's a nigger. Right? How do you say? Brunel's a nigger?
Brunel's a nigger.
All right. Let us continue. It's 3 a.m. and I can't sleep. I got 2 big bills coming next week. One more chance to save the best streak. I'm going full mask off. It's not that deep. It's 3 a.m. and I can't sleep. I got 2 big bills coming next week. One more chance left to blow. You ready? 8 time go. 8 time blow. Whoa. They thought I fell off. No. Like a prime D rose, I be dunking on these hoes. Turn you into T-part, striking a T-pose. So let me tell you now what the story is. They call me ESP. Notorious. I'm cruising and wrenching, fast and furious, with my homie Pastor Eric Miller. He's quite curious.
They don't have nearly what it takes to be a man. And since I took their manhood, that's mine now, so I ain't giving it back.
My trolls are always watching me, waiting for another disaster stream. They won't even give me a piece of peace. They're like a whole fucking team locking onto my stream like a detractor bee. And I can't get through. I'm sober. I'm losing my mind. And I'm losing supporters. Detractors are bending me over. Just another knot in this Ludwig world order.
Damn, that guy got smoked. Why was he lagging so much?
And now I'm seeing so much clearer as I sit here staring into Dark Dave's mirror and all of my fears and all that I see. The raw DSP. Bottom leader, cult leader. It's 3 a.m. and I still can't sleep. I guess this is all I will ever be. This is just how time flows. Until it time go.
It's gonna take years of effort to try to dig myself out of this fucking hole. It really is. And it sucks. I hope that someday I'll get out of it. I don't know if I ever will. I may be living month to month, paycheck to paycheck, begging for fucking tips and shit on stream for the rest of my life.
Like, it's been tough. You know, my life has been tough over the last decade. Yeah. You know, my life has been tough over the last decade.
And then he fades away. And then he like he's a vampire in Blade. And the sun is hitting him. That's a nice touch. I like that.
Lost all my subscribers. I'm not monetized anymore. I shouldn't attack the bar free. I need my boyfriend. I know, pray when I see it. I've been a predator all my damn life. I'm built different than them. I'm cut from a different cloth. We ain't the same. There may be some gunfire, bloodshed, and bullets. Dog. Damn. Blue flavor trickle. Dog. Laying on your back, spreading your leg, dog. I know, pray when I see it. Damn. Dog. I've been a predator all my damn life. Ain't no clapback videos. I'm looking. I'm built different. We ain't the same. Dog. I'll touch him anytime I feel like it. I'm touching him now. I come from scum. That's why I'm a Christian. I come from backwoods, incest-driven maniacs. I'm designed and built to bully effeminate men. We come from the bottom. And he raises us up. And he cleans us off. And from that point forward, I've been walking clean. Yo! Dog. Damn. Doodle flavored trickle. Dog. Laying on your back, spreading your leg, dog. I know, pray when I see it. Dog. Damn. I've been a predator all my damn life. Punk ass sissified boy. I'm built different, dog. We ain't the same. Please, suck my ass.
Hold up, hold the hell up. I didn't want to forget those bargain bin fluffers who calls themselves detractors. No, not all of you fam. Season motherfucking 2.
I need my boyfriend. Spreading your leg, dog. I need my boyfriend. Laying on your back, dog. I need my boyfriend. Hey man, I want you to suck a dog off, dog. I need my boyfriend. For a train being run on effeminate men, dog. I need my boyfriend. Punk ass sissified boy. Spreading your leg. I need my boyfriend. For a train being run on effeminate men. Let me tell you something, brother. When I hold a man's penis, I tell you what I do. I hold on to it tight, brother. Because if that penis is vodka to Philip, woo, that's how it happens. Hey, man, I want you to suck a dog off.
Yeah, I heard he got. I think I heard he got banned again,
I wanted to
dude.
apologize to Reese Robbins. I'm extremely sorry.
Shit.
And I wanted to tell Reese that she will always be one of my favorite porn stars to watch.
At some point, you know, you gotta wonder, you know, it's gotta be me, right?
The chap is coming. Let me repeat that again. The chap is here. The chap is coming.
And now you're looking for things to suck.
Cumin. Boing. Cumin.
Hardcore.
Cumin.
And now I'm gonna masturbate.
Cumin.
They fucked me again, left and right. Pound the fuck out of these guys, touching the guy's penis. And now you're looking for things to suck. And my ass is so fucking stretched out at this point.
Cumin.
Never tipping, never drop a gifted sub. Yeah, I'm lurking, yeah, I'm jerking. Yeah, I'm busting nuts. I've been stroking for so long. Stroking. Little Derek starts to hurt.
I'm glad to hear that, Derek.
The chap is here. The chap is coming. Let me repeat that again. The chap is here. The chap is coming.
And now you're looking for things to suck.
Cumin.
Boing.
Cumin.
Hardcore.
Cumin.
And now I'm gonna masturbate.
Cumin.
Yeah.
Derek, what's
Yo,
going on? I said I love
Cumin.
that's like the
Glad to hear
time.
that, Derek.
My name's Derek. Bye.
That's like the time he was playing Sonic and he got so mad that he threatened to go to the developers' houses and like pull the carpet out from under their feet, so they would hit their heads on the ground, I guess, or something. I don't know. It was funny. Oh my! Wait, how's he alive? What the fuck? Wait, what? Did he just live through like a straight up The grenade just blew up on him. Oh. Wait, what? Is this guy invincible?
Here's the thing. I became infamous on the internet in 2016 for accidentally beating off on camera. Now, luckily, nothing was shown. There was absolutely nothing exposed to the internet. It was just me doing my offense. I went viral for it. I just want the bust. Oh, man. Bust.
And welcome to the Level 1
Give me the monster. Bust.
Here on Level
Wow,
1.
it's
Today
big.
is the final
Bust.
day of April. Yeah. Interesting month.
Oh my God, look how big he is.
Ups and downs for sure.
Oh my
to say the
God.
least. In gaming, in YouTube history, with DSP Gaming, right?
That
But it's
thing
been a
is
good one in my opinion.
monster.
And I want to say thanks to everyone
just
for a
want
great
the
month.
bust.
Today we're going to end it not with a whimper, but with a bang. Because today is my very special day-long React event. As you know, since I started my DSP Reacts channel 3 months ago, which you can find at youtube.com/@DSP Reacts, we now do a once-a-month marathon-style event, and that event is a long-form React event. The first month, we did the story of Pro Jared documentary. Last month, we did the continual fall of Wings of Redemption. But this month, we decided we're not going to do YouTuber drama. We're not going to do any downfall documentaries or anything like that. Let's do something different. And so we talked about it, and we polled about it, and you guys really contributed, thank goodness. And today we determined weeks ago we were going to react to the Internet Historian YouTube channel.
Okay.
This is a channel with nearly 4 million subscribers that has made videos over the years of various different subject matter. Some of them are gaming related. Some of them are just, current events and or disasters that happen. And I think what this channel does is, in a very satirical way,
the volume should
covers
be
these
better
events
now.
with humor, memes, and all kinds of things interjected into the videos. Some of these videos are as short as 10 minutes long, and some go upwards of almost an hour. All right? Now, as you know, when I react to this style of content, I don't just watch it and let it play. I'm pausing, I'm adding, discussion, I'm adding my own perspective and commenting on everything that we're seeing. Some of these things that we've done long-form reacts before, we're talking a 90-minute video, and it took me 5 hours to react to it. I'm not even exaggerating. That happened with the Pro Jared documentary. So, today's going to be interesting.
No one gives a fuck about Pro Jared, dude.
Unlike those other documentary reacts, it's not just one video I'm reacting to. It's going to be a series. We actually have narrowed it down to 5 videos, and I'm going to be honest with you guys. Out of the 5, I kind of figured there's 4 that I really I'm interested in doing. 1 I'm not so much. So today, you guys are going to be voting. In fact, I'm thinking we might even have the poll. Well, here's the thing. I was thinking we would do the poll today on the podcast, right? Right now we have over 200 people in climbing on the podcast. Usually, we have more than that too. And I was like, I'll have you guys poll. But then I realized perhaps maybe we won't have the same people on DSP Reacts. Like maybe some people are
like
interested
parody
in the podcast,
songs,
but
dude.
then they'll go over there. And
Yeah,
I was thinking maybe
grew
we
up
should
on
just
that
have
shit,
like
dude. Like
a 20-minute warm up over there
I
as we get
remember
settled in and started.
my
where people
mom
there can vote
buying me
on the DSP
a
Reacts channel. So I think that's actually what I'm going to do. I'll wait and
a
we'll
Weird
do the poll
Al
when we go to
cassette
DSP
tape.
Reacts. That way it's fair because it's that channel. That's where we're streaming. That's where
She
the
bought me,
React
like-
event's going to
it was,
be.
like, bad-
It makes sense that the people there
was
vote,
the-
and that's
what
what
was the-
determines the order of videos. So
What was the Coolio one called?
you might be wondering, what are the
crazy
videos
hair?
that are eligible for today to be
I think
reacted
it was that
to?
one.
Well, there's
It was a cassette.
the Engoodening of No Man's Sky. This is a video documenting the incredible flopped launch of No Man's Sky, the video game, back in 2016, but then basically showcasing how over time, because Sean Murray, the
Paradise,
creator,
yes,
was kind of
dude.
strongly criticized and
Yes.
attacked on the internet for launching a game that was completely underwhelming from what he had promised, that he basically stuck with it and kept, making it better and better over time. So that's good. I mean, what it does is it shows that you can have determination and come back from a mistake. But I think it's done in a funny way, obviously. So that's cool. Yes, it is Ingoodening. Because someone just said Ingoodening. Yes, that's actually what the video is called. The Ingoodening of No Man's Sky. Okay. There's also The Fall of 76, which
My
documents...
parents used to buy me, like, cool shit
things,
just because they
Fallout
just
76,
didn't know what the fuck they were
its
buying.
launch and
They
imminent
would just ask
failure
people,
because
like,
the game
what's
was
popular?
a broken mess and
And then that's what they
basically
would buy.
completely not up to standard
Rage
of what
Against the
Bethesda usually would
Machine.
launch. So that's
My
kind
dad
of a
bought
fun
me
one.
when I was, like,
Now, the
in sixth
Ingoodening of No
grade.
Man's Sky is about 53 minutes long, and it's the longest one that Internet Historian's done. I want to say the Fallout one is much
He was like,
shorter
oh
than
yeah,
that.
I
In fact,
asked the
I'm actually
guy.
on the
He
channel
asked
right
the,
now,
like
so
the,
hold
the
on.
guy working
The
at the
Fallout
store. He's
video
like, what are the kids
is
like? And he was like, oh, they
26 minutes
The
long.
kids like Rage
okay?
Against the Machine.
Then we've got The Cost
Yes,
of
they do.
Concordia, which if I'm to understand, it's a huge kind of parody video covering, I guess, this
dude,
like
if he actually knew
cruise liner,
what
one of those
like
those
Rage
cruise liner
Against the Machine was
vacation
about, dude, he was in the
ships,
military. Yo.
and
He
it
had
was some
no
kind of a
fucking
disaster
clue, dude.
that happened on.
He had
Now
no
I don't
clue,
know.
man.
I don't know anything about that story. I
would have never bought that
I don't
shit,
know what
dude.
really happened with the ship. So that's kind of interesting. It's a 46-minute long video documenting this, and everyone keeps telling me it's like really, really good. And I'm like, okay. I mean, I have no idea what it's going to
What's
cover,
up,
what
Rich
actually
Dave?
happened on the ship, but it could be pretty funny. I guess
What's
we'll
up,
see.
Home Alone?
And then the latest one out of all these videos was done about a year ago, and that one is called That Zone Between Area 50 and
I don't
52.
even know what the fuck
Obviously,
he's
he's talking
talking
about
about
Area
right now,
51.
dude.
And I believe what this video covers is, if you remember, several years ago, right before the COVID outbreak that kind of rocked the world and changed everything, there was actually a group of people that for some odd reason were doing this weird online thing where they were going to get together and try to storm Area 51 in the Nevada desert. For those who don't know, Area 51 is a military outpost in the Nevada desert in the United States that is
please,
restricted
Phil,
access. You're
spare
not allowed
me.
in there unless you're military.
You're gonna
So if they
watch a
stormed it, they were all gonna
documentary
get
about
shot.
this?
Now, the running meme about Area 51.
I remember right before, like right when COVID started, like before like this channel and everything, I was watching Phil, and I was trolling him in chat or whatever, and he was talking about COVID, and he was like, oh, he was talking about like all the business. He was complaining about all the businesses being closed and shit, and he's like, when are we ever gonna get to reopen? And then I commented in chat, and I was like, Phil, you can reopen. They can reopen when people stop getting sick, and that's all I said. And then he went off on a fucking tangent, responding to me. He was just like, oh, actually, I'm gonna play it. Hold on, let me find it, and then I'll play it.
51 is that there's aliens there, and that maybe a crashed aircraft or whatever.
It wasn't
and
a
there's
tangent,
evidence
but
of
it was
extraterrestrial
just
life.
he
So
was
that's kind of
he
what
was
the
annoyed.
gimmick
It
is,
was
and that's why
funny.
people wanted to go. So anyway, that one's about 38 minutes long. So we're talking 38 minutes, 46 minutes, 53 minutes, and like 26 minutes. So if you do the math there, it's basically about maybe around 3 hours of content, 3 to 4 hours of content. And if I react to it, it's going to be much longer. So I get the feeling we're not going to get through all of it today. I'm thinking possibly 2, maybe 3 videos tops, but more than likely 2. And it really depends on which ones you guys vote for because of their length. Because I almost guarantee I'm going to double the length. Like, for example, if Concordia is 46 minutes long, expect that to react to be at least 2 hours long just for that video. You know what I'm saying? Probably 2 parts, 1 hour chunks. So that'll be interesting. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to do our podcast here. Then we're going to swap over to DSP Reacts, my sister channel. That's, again, youtube.com/@DSP Reacts. And we'll do a little, 20-minute intro. I'll talk with everyone. We'll chill a little bit. And we'll do a poll to determine what order you want to see. And you'll vote. Whatever wins the first vote, that's the first one I'll react to. And we'll go from there. I do have food showing up around between 4 and 4:30 p.m. Pacific time. And it's going to be Indian food. And actually, my wife and I ordered from a restaurant we've never ordered from before. They have this thing that was kind of like a meal deal where you could get several different kinds, like 2 curries and another thing, and you could get like an appetizer of your choice and a dessert too. And we were like, whoa, like that's a really cool meal deal where you could get all that together, and we're gonna end up having like leftovers too. So that's pretty cool. So that's gonna be showing up, and I'm gonna be doing a live Feasting with Phil, the Tasteful Truth video with you all as I try these various Indian dishes with you. And then we're going to continue on and do more reacting until the end of the show. Now, typically these streams, the marathon will start around 12:45 p.m. Pacific time. And, the first react between 1 and 1:30 p.m. we'll break for dinner between 4 and 5 and do that feasting video, and then we'll do more reacting after that. And typically I try to end these by around 7 to 7:30 p.m. Pacific time. So we'll see how, again, it really depends on how long the videos take to react to and everything, and having a logical stopping point. Obviously, if it's like 6:30 p.m. and we're not done yet, I'm not going to start another react. I mean, we're not going to finish it. So maybe we'll just do like some chill Q&A or something. We'll figure it out. So,
dude, I empty the litter. You just have to empty the litter box once a day, dude. It's just a couple things in the morning, and then you're good. Just do it, but make sure you do it every day. It takes 2 seconds, Phil.
This should be fun. I'm excited because it's something I've never done before. I reacted to these drama documentaries, right? I reacted to this kind of like real life horror channel with Rob Gavigan, but I've never reacted to just like a random YouTuber's channel that people really seem to hold in high regard. So this could be really neat. I hope it turns out well. I hope you guys enjoy the event. And the way that I'm going to do it is, yes, it's a long form live stream, but I'm going to split it up into parts.
Guys,
if you're a member on DSP Reacts, you will have access to that stream the moment that it ends. You can watch the entire thing start to finish.
Dude,
but if you're not a member, I'm going to split it up into parts that are more digestible, and I'm going to upload it slowly over the course of the week.
Dude.
So people can either watch it in its entirety whenever they want if they're a member, or if they're not, then they can watch the parts as they go live. So it could be pretty fun. I'm looking forward to today. I really am. It's going to definitely be a more laid-back day, a more exciting day, a more interesting day. And it's going to be a good one. And I hope it works out, because if this works out, I feel like, in the future, we could have more special events like this that are not drama related. This is more comedy related. I don't need to have everything be about internet drama and the downfall of someone. Not to say that I'm not interested. For example, there's still a bunch of documentaries I would like to do. I would love to watch that documentary about the Channel Awesome and the Nostalgia Critic. I would love to watch that documentary maybe about Tobuscus and find out what the hell happened to him. Because, he used to be at the top of the world, and I actually don't know really what happened with him and why he's just gone at this point, and no one talks about him. There's a lot of other things kind of left over that we didn't cover that I'd be definitely interested in. But I don't really want to, do that all the time. I feel like variety, right? Variety is the key. So today should be great, all right? Today here on DSP Gaming, the only thing I'm doing is this podcast. That's it. So I hope that you're here to chill with me for a little bit. I have a couple quick stories and things to talk about today. Some follow-ups. Like I want to do a quick follow-up about the Star Wars game. I actually want to talk about a possible big announcement, surprise drop tomorrow that, if happens, will change my schedule. Okay? It'll dramatically change my schedule. And it's a big rumor, all right? And also, I want to talk about another schedule change that I need to do because I'm stupid and I got my dates screwed up. There's a new game Tuesday I want to check out. We're going to talk about this right now as we go into the schedule, okay? So,
all right.
This should be good. By the way, so today is April 30th. That means tomorrow is a new month. And as you know, here on DSP Gaming, every month I change my backdrop. So tomorrow, I'm going to have a new unique combination of art that I haven't done before. I think what I'm going to do, I'm thinking...
Bro, I'm still waiting for him to do some shit with that fan art. He pulled it out of the closet, and he was like, oh, this is so nice. And then he fucking rolled it back up and threw it back in the closet. I was like, wait, aren't you going to hang it up or something? Or just... Okay, wait, this is the clip. This is Phil's funny response. His funny COVID response to my remark.
This is just insane. Oh, there you go. H4500 excess. When people stop dying, you can reopen. Oh, when people stop dying. So when no one ever dies, when we're all just like immortal, then we can reopen businesses, huh? I don't know. I'm just telling you, from my... Well, I won't spoil it.
Wow.
I think I know what I want to do. I want to put something here and here, and it's a combination I haven't done yet. And it's going to kind of swap things around a little bit. I think it'll be good. So, yeah, so that'll be tomorrow. Whole new backdrop here on the streams for the month. May should be a really exciting month. We've got a lot of new releases kind of heading into the middle to second half of May. Plus, later on in May, we're going to have like a big Street Fighter hype event to build up Street Fighter 6, which I cannot wait for. So we got good stuff coming up. We do. We got good stuff. Let's talk. Let's talk about the schedule, because the schedule is completely different now. Okay? All right, here's the deal. Today, as I just mentioned, Level 1 Podcast here and the long-form React event over on DSP Reacts for the Internet Historian, okay? Now, tomorrow is up in the air. Allow me to explain. First of all, we're not playing Star Wars Jedi Survivor because the game runs like crap currently, and we're all eagerly awaiting a performance patch from EA/Respawn that's going to make this game be better. I'm not going to play this game with an insanely fluctuating frame rate. It was funny because at first, you know, my haters crap on me, but what was funny was after about a day, people started watching back the video of me trying to play Star Wars the other night, and the comments are like, yeah, dude, he's like, this is ridiculous. You're trying to play, it's like 10 frames per second. How are you supposed to react to anything? I'm like, you can't. It's stupid. Even setting it to the supposed quality mode that's supposed to set it at 30 frames per second, it still dips. It's like this game is running like shit. So that game is on hold. Last night, we did a 2-hour stream of Elden Ring. If you were not here for Elden Ring last night, you actually really missed out. It was a really good stream. I took on some challenging stuff.
Yo,
I
did anybody watch him play Elden Ring last night?
Comet Azure Glintstone spell, which is a really awesome spell, but man, it's got some limitations, and you really have to kind of prepare to use it, because essentially you're locked in place when you use it, and if you don't have enough FP, it runs out right away, although it does a ton of damage. So it's kind of a trade-off. Like, you need to know exactly how to use it, but last night was really fun, because essentially I went and did things last night that kicked my ass in my first playthrough of the game, and now because of this new build that I'm doing, it completely changed the experience around. But also what I'm finding in this run of Elden Ring is that there's things that were much easier in the first run that are harder. So for example, I started last night fighting Elmer of the Briar. This is the Briar Knight guy who has all the thorns on his body, and he psychically controls that sword. And, you know, it's pretty interesting, his build. But because you're fighting him in a boss room, you're very limited with your movement. And it makes it hard for my class because my Glintstone Sorcerer class is essentially a glass cannon. If he hits he's dead.
I only saw the last boss.
I need to try to dodge and not get hit at all while still hitting this guy. It took a while to beat him. It took about a half an hour. When in the first run, I'm pretty sure I steamrolled him and like insta-killed him. If I remember, in my first run, I complained because that boss is reused a ton in the game. He's actually the bell-bearing defender guy. So whenever you find a bell-bearing that you trade in to buy items at the vendor, he's the one who defends it.
So boring.
And it's like, if you already fought him 2-3 times, what's the point of having him as this big boss in this optional castle? Well, this run, I didn't fight the bell-bearing versions. I only fought this one. So because of that, it was more of a cool build-up, and it was actually really fun. So I beat him, and then after that, because that was tough, then I went and did other things that were way harder in my first run. For example, there was the optional cave, and you need to do this cave in order to complete Selin's quest line and then get a bunch of items for this Glintstone build. So you need to go through this cave, and at the end of the cave is the Crystallian Warrior Trio. The Crystal Knight that uses the rings, the Crystal Knight that just uses the magic, and the Crystal Knight that has the spear. You have to fight all three at once, and they have rot. So if they hit you once, you get rotted. So in my first run of the game, this was one of the hardest things I did in the entirety of the game. I remember probably spending, no exaggeration, almost an hour trying to beat this boss, and this boss kept kicking my ass over and over and over. And then with this magic run, it's a completely different experience, because all you got to do is use a certain magic spell, and essentially it's easy. And I'm like, dude, it changes the whole game, all right? So last night, we did so much. You know, we did that. We were continuing on with other quest lines, and we even fought one of the crazy tough dragons over in Caelid that you're actually not supposed to be beating at this point. And then we went and, yes, ladies and gentlemen, at the end of the stream, we took on Radahn. Because it became apparent if I don't beat Radahn, I can't unlock Nokron, the underground city. And that's where there's a lot of stuff I need to complete in order to do the Glintstone questline. So I was like, all right, let's do it. So we took on Radahn at the very, very end of last night's stream. And I will not spoil what happened. I urge you to go watch the videos if you haven't seen it yet. It was a pretty epic late night stream of Elden Ring, to say the least, okay? So tomorrow, here's the deal, all right? Tomorrow, it's going to be Elden Ring on the first stream, and we're going to finish up with Radahn, and then we're going to move on, and we're going to probably do Nokron, and then go from there. If I remember, this just unlocks a ton of optional content that's really meaningful and interesting in the game. It's stuff you could completely skip it, but if you do, you're missing out on some of the best stuff in the game. So that's going to be the next stuff that I do in this run, okay? So that'll be tomorrow's stream. I don't know how far we'll get. It depends, but I'm interested to see how far we get. Tomorrow night on the late stream is going to be The Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion, and it's going to be the Shivering Isles DLC, continuing on. Only our second stream of it. We unlocked a ton of quests to do, but we haven't done any of them. So that's going to be tomorrow's late stream, okay? Now, there is a monkey wrench that potentially could be thrown into our plans, and it could be an audible that we need to call, all right? What do I mean by that? So out of nowhere, all right, last night on Capcom's social media, all right, it was like 2 a.m. I don't know why they did it at 2 a.m., but they chose to do this. They posted up a meme. It says, something is coming, hashtag Street Fighter 6, and it showed E Honda doing a sumo headbutt coming at Guile. Now people are like, wait a minute. They went back into the tweet history. The last time that Capcom tweeted that exact same tweet was back in December, and it was the night before they announced the Wave 2 of the closed beta for Street Fighter 6. So this announcement out of nowhere, people are actually suspecting.
What do you guys think about what do you guys think about the strikes? Do you think whoever did the strikes on Phil is just waiting till the last minute, hit him with the number 3? Or did Phil save himself by deleting all his podcasts? Okay, he's just lying. I feel that. Not real. Okay.
That perhaps they are going to do a shadow drop tomorrow.
Yeah, I kind of think
the Street Fighter 6 beta.
You might be
that
right
the Street
there.
Fighter 6 may have a third and final beta tomorrow, and people are like, that'd be weird because it's on a Monday, but it's, you know, maybe they'll do it. Who knows? And if they do it,
But
what I'm
here's the
hoping,
question.
fingers crossed for sure, is that it's not going to be the same 8 characters. I don't want to play with Ryu.
Here's the question I have to that then. If they were just claims and not strikes, why would he delete content?
And Guile, and Jamie, and Juri, and Chun-Li, and Kimberly, and Ken, and Luke. I want new characters. I want Honda.
Why would he
I
delete
want
stats
Zangief.
off his account?
I want Blanca. I
if he
want the
didn't really
new
have to?
characters, Marissa and Manon, and I want to see how DJ plays in this one. And I'm actually really interested in Lily because she looks like a hybrid of T-Hawk.
Oh, you're saying
and
he
new
thought that
gameplay
he
elements.
thought they were.
So those
fucking-
are the characters I'm
He's
most
too dumb
interested
to
in,
know the
actually.
difference between us. I don't know if I
And
believe
so
that.
I hope if they do another beta and it actually shadow drops tomorrow, that they will have new characters. So there's a lot of ifs. Number one, will they do a new beta? Will it
believe-
shadow drop?
I more
will
believe
it be
he
a
did it
public
on
beta?
purpose.
And if they do all that, will it have all new characters?
He'd
If all those things
know
happen
the
tomorrow,
difference.
then my schedule will change. And likely I'll be playing the Street Fighter 6 beta tomorrow. Okay? But we'll see, because we don't know any details. Capcom just did this random tweet out of nowhere that's everyone's like, what are they doing? They're scratching their head like, why did they do that? It's kind of weird that they just did that post out of nowhere. So I guess we're going to see. I mean, that would be pretty exciting if all of a sudden tomorrow, all right, guys, forget normal schedule. We're dropping it. We're playing Street Fighter 6. Let's check out new characters. This is going to be epic, right? I'd have a ton of fun doing that. But no, if it's not, then we're just going to do normal day Elden Ring and Oblivion, okay? Now, Tuesday, my schedule is already different because I got dates wrong. I am a buffoon. I thought
True.
that the launch of Redfall was Friday. I'm completely wrong. It's Tuesday. Like, oops. So Redfall is the latest game from Arcane Studios. It's supposed to be a game where you basically are fighting a bunch of vampires, and it looks kind of interesting. I guess the original gameplay they showed didn't look so good, but now they released a new gameplay trailer, and it looked really good. So people are kind of wondering, will it be good or not? Now, of course, already there's controversy because Redfall is going to launch only at 30 frames per second. And everyone is criticizing the game, saying, why on earth are you releasing a modern game on modern consoles and PC and limiting your game to 30 frames per second at launch? It doesn't make sense. If this is the case and you didn't have enough time to optimize the game, then just delay the game. Put it out in another month or two when you've optimized it. Because they already said, oh, we will actually patch the game later and make a 60 frames mode. So just do it now. Delay the game and do it and have it all launch fully. Not, oh, it's kind of a nerfed version you play at launch and then you play the real game later. It is kind of stupid in my
Bill wants his money and he wants it now.
opinion. But I guess they have deadlines and criteria they have to hit. They really need to get this game out.
It's his money,
so since
and
that's
he
the case,
needs it now.
it's coming out on Tuesday. And since it is a Game Pass game, I'm going to check it out. We're going to do a full stream of it on Tuesday's daytime stream. We're going to investigate this game and see what it is. If it's interesting to us, then I'll do a playthrough of it. If it's not, if we play it and we're like, nah, it's just kind of boring and repetitive and not interesting, then we don't ever have to play it ever again. But let's see. Let's give it a shot, and let's determine if we like it or not. And then if I do, or if you do, or if we both do, then I'll probably continue on and balance it with with my other games that we're playing. Okay? So let's see what happens on Tuesday. And I apologize because I swear, originally I thought this had come out on Friday. I thought that was the date and everything, but I was completely wrong. It comes out Tuesday. So we will be playing it as the main stream on Tuesday. And then Tuesday night should be Final Fantasy V Pixel Remaster on the late stream. But again, if the Street Fighter 6 beta comes out, this whole schedule can be thrown for a loop and changed depending on what's going on. So let's see what happens tomorrow. If there's an amazing overnight announcement that Street Fighter 6 beta is launching, then we'll deal with that. But if not, it's Elden Ring, Oblivion, and then Redfall launch and Final Fantasy V. Okay? Cool. All right. So there you go, my friends. That's the rest of the week. I'm off Wednesday. And now what we will do is we will balance
day off
gameplay over the week. You know, we got Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. We got a 6-day streaming week next week. And what I'll probably do is try to balance all the releases. It's going to be
he should have said nobody cares about this
game. We like Redfall.
His chat,
and
bro.
if they patch Star Wars so that Jedi
His chat
Survivor
doesn't give
will
a
run
fuck
at a
about what's
consistent
going on right
performing
now.
rate, I will play.
I don't give a fuck
But I'm
what's
not
going on
wasting
right now.
time on the game going up, down, and being unplayable. It's a mess. So I want to play Star Wars. I'm very interested in continuing on with Star Wars. Sadly, we can't do that until they fix it.
It's because you suck at the game,
I would love if they
Phil.
patched it like
That's the
Wednesday.
real
I would
reason.
play it Thursday. I really would. As the mainstream, I'd be down to play it Thursday as the mainstream if they fixed it. But I guess we got to see how long it takes them to patch this thing and fix it. Okay? So there you go. Now, other new releases this month. Hold on, because I still haven't put the new release calendar into my phone because I'm an idiot. So coming up in May, all right, we've got Zelda Tears of the Kingdom coming out on May 12th. So that would mean we basically have
Varda
a
doesn't
full
care,
week
dude. That's true.
to play through games like Redfall,
He knows
Elden
he
Ring,
knows he's
and
finna
maybe
get banned.
Jedi Survivor if they fix it. And then Zelda comes out on May 12th, and yes, obviously, I'm very interested in the new
Say,
Zelda
fuck
game.
this
and I'll be
membership,
playing.
dude. I don't care about this shit,
Amnesia:
dude.
The Bunker. So this is apparently a new
Probably
Amnesia
gifted
horror
anyway.
game, about a year and a half after the last one. I don't know much about it. So
Oh,
I'm interested in it.
maybe.
I'm not 100% sold on playing it at launch, but I'm interested in it. I mean, horror games are good, and the last Amnesia game was pretty decent, I would say. There's a new game called Lego 2K Drive coming out on the 19th, and apparently this is the Lego racing game that's open world. I don't know if you guys would be interested in that or not. It seems like a unique premise. You know, Lego games typically are just kind of platforming, and they usually have like an IP that they tie into. You know, whether it's Harry Potter or Star Wars or Indiana Jones or whatever it may be, Marvel, DC they've done. But this one is more like open world exploration with cars and stuff. So I guess we'll see. I'm interested in it, but I think I would like more information about it as we get closer to it. All right. And then at the end of the month, we've got The Lord of the Rings Gollum coming out on May 25th. Do we even know anything about this game? Like, they announced it went gold, but I don't think we've seen any gameplay. I like Lord of the Rings a lot. I read the books when I was younger. I saw the movies multiple times. Gollum is a great character. The Andy Serkis iteration is amazing. But I really don't know if this game is any good. I'm down for it because I like Lord of the Rings.
Phil's
But I
down
don't know
for
if it's
it,
something
dude.
that we're going to be interested in. We'll see. I guess we'll play it by ear. The end of the month, there's a System Shock remake, but sadly, apparently, it's only for PC at launch, which sucks because I've never played the original System Shock. I would love to play the remake and enjoy this game for the first time, and I can't because apparently it's not on consoles yet. So I guess we just got to kind of wait and see what happens. So June will be crazy because in June we got Street Fighter 6, we've got Diablo 4, Final Fantasy 16, just to name a few because there's like 5 or 6 games coming out in June, but those are like the biggest ones. So May will be exciting once we basically hit Zelda mid-month, and then we have some optional games to play between then and the end of the month, and we can decide what we do and don't want to play
dependent on time constraints and things like that. I mean, if they fix Jedi Survivor, that's going to be in the mix, and that's going to take up time, so maybe we won't play all the games. I guess it depends, okay? But the good news here is we've got new releases, they're exciting new releases, and we've got options. It's not like the last couple of months where there was really nothing going on. It was kind of dead. Keep in mind also in May, and I've kind of given the tentative
Fucking
date of May
cat's
21st,
ignoring
which
me,
is
bro.
Sunday. We're going to do a long-form
I'm like,
special
where
event
is the
on
cat?
DSP Gaming to celebrate the impending
sleeping.
launch
He's
of
fucking
Street Fighter
sleeping.
6. It's going to be the Street Fighter Sunday event. I don't know exactly what we're going to call it. I'd like if you guys could think of a name. Right? It's going to be a special Street Fighter hype event for the launch of Street Fighter 6. It's going to be on Sunday the 21st of May. It's going to feature special challenge runs of the classic Street Fighter games on the hardest level of difficulty. You guys are going to vote both on the game and the character that I use in the challenge runs
wait, no, I'm fine.
live on the stream. So it's going to be very interactive with the audience picking what they want me to do in these games. I'm going to be playing them in the Street Fighter 30th Anniversary Collection, by the way. So that's going to be fun. Then we're going to be doing a series of tier maker events. And it's going to be all fighting game related. We could be rating just fighting game franchises in general. Maybe we could rank Street Fighter games, like the different ones. We could rank actual characters in Street Fighter or other things like that. I'm thinking I want to do maybe 2 different tier makers over the course of the day. That could be fun. You guys really like the tier maker stuff I did last month. Well, earlier this month, I should say.
Phil. Nobody likes that shit.
And that'll be cool
That
to bring it
shit's
back for a
severely
Street Fighter
dented,
theme.
bro.
Also, my wife is going to select certain recipes out of the Street Fighter cookbook that we own. And she's going to be making these for us to try live during that day and taste test. That'll be pretty fun, I think, to do themed taste testing of different foods, okay? And then the finale, you know, I might or might not dress up, we'll see, and probably do some, you know, some cute show
Jax,
Q&A. There's going to be a full
Raxor.
meal as well that I'll probably order. Like today I'm having Indian food, well, I'll probably have a different meal during this event as well. So it is a all Street Fighter themed event coming up around May 21st, but we got to think of a name.
Bro, how
What
much
should
you
we
want to
call
bet
this
that
to
the
hype
food
this
is
up?
going to turn out like
What do you
shit?
guys think?
And
What
he's
would
going
be
to
a
get
good name
mad
for
that
Street
people are
Fighter
making fun
Sunday?
of the food that Cat made.
Street Fighter
I'm
6
calling it right now,
hype
dude.
marathon. Like, we got to think of something. Dark Side Phil's fighting game frenzy. I don't know. We got to think of something. We really, I don't know. You guys usually come up with the good names, and they're usually really catchy names. So let's talk about that. Let's think about something. All right? All right, let me go put my schedule back. I really should put this in my phone, but I've been so stupid, I just keep forgetting.
Yeah, no shit.
Okay. Okay, one more thing. Okay, so today is our long form Street Fighter 6 Madness, says Rugal. Maybe because of those madness sets were some of the biggest things I ever did in Street Fighter 4. Remember Dan Madness, Ryu Madness, Zangief Madness,
E Honda,
Blanca Madness, and people loved it. They loved those
Blanca
sets
Madness.
of videos back in the day in Street Fighter 4. All right, good suggestion. We'll think about it. All right, now one final thing before we move on from this subject matter.
Bro, he doesn't make a goddamn thing, dude. I can't believe he doesn't.
Today is the long form react event for the month. All right, next month
he doesn't even make thumbnails.
we gotta do another
dude.
one. But what should we do? That's the question.
Bro, Phil
you know, I
said
guess it
last
really
week
depends on
he
how
doesn't
today
even
goes.
have a
If today
video
goes
editing
well,
program on his
you
computer.
know, do we want to see another? Do we react to
What?
another kind of YouTube channel that does kind
What?
of different kind of content? Are there suggestions?
Phil
You
can't
know,
like clip
someone
a
had
video
suggested
if he
that
wanted
Defunct
to,
Land
bro.
channel. I saw a video on that channel and I really liked it. It was kind of this really factual covering of how they used to have these old rides and theme park attractions and things, and how over the years they kind of fell apart and sometimes they rebrand them into other things. I like that. So I'm thinking maybe Defunct Land could be a cool one. And we could all tell different stories as well about our own theme park kind of like experiences and things growing up. I have a few stories. I have a horror story. Seriously. So Literally says Defunct Land has an hour 30-minute long video about Fast Pass is extremely good. Was Fast Pass that sounds like when you go to a theme park and you pay extra money and then you basically get to the quick line. You don't have to wait as long as everyone else. Is that what that is? See, I don't even know.
Bullshit, bro.
All
Bull
right,
fucking
anyway,
shit, dude.
So let's think
no
about it.
fucking
now
way.
we have basically around a month to figure this out. Because as you know, the long form react event is usually at the end of the month. So let's talk about what you guys think we should do for the long form react at the end of May. We have many weeks to figure this out.
But obviously, if we can get an idea within the next 2 weeks, then we have time to vote and things to figure it out, and that's what I'd like to do. So let's start talking. Goldfish says, I second that the Fast Pass one's amazing.
The bicycle play, dude?
It is
really?
a faster line. Oh, it's Disney's quick
The
line. So
bicycle?
specifically to Disney is called Fast Pass? Okay, I didn't know that. He says it used to be free. Oh. Okay. Phil's Fighting Fiesta says, why be better? That's what we should call the event. The fighting game event. Phil's Fighting
Big ups,
Fiesta. Phil's Fascinating Fighting Frenzy.
$11.95.
Oh my god. Fiesta.
Bro, he ghost read that.
Street Fighter
dude.
food
Fuck
and
that
fights.
guy, dude. He was riding he was pedaling so fast.
Dark
dude.
Side Phil's Fighting Food Fiesta Frenzy. It's a lot of F sounds. Fiesta sounds good and robust. That has a good ring to it.
I don't think you lose health.
Dark Side Phil's
when you jump
food,
off a moving
fighting
bike,
food,
right?
Food,
shit's OP.
Street Fighter Fighting Food Frenzy. No. All right, we got to work on this. We have some time. We have to work on this. It's just I want to hype it up. And I want to call it something that we can call it rather than saying, oh, yeah, the Street Fighter 6 Marathon Hype Event. You know, I want to have a catchy name that we can keep saying. Maybe make a piece of art that we can have on the streams to hype it up. Street Fighter Bonanza. This is a lip sync. The Bonanza. Burnell's Bombacious Bonanza. Darkside Phil Burnell's Bombacious Bouncing Baby Bonanza.
What is happening right now, dude? What is happening?
No. We have to think of something better. Burnell's Brawlathon.
I got a fresh bowl here.
Darkside Phil Burnell's Bombastic
ice hash.
Brawlathon. Yikes. The Street Fighting Fiesta, yes. All right. Let's keep thinking. Anyway. All right, so wow, we got a lot coming up. I mean, just think about all the stuff we just talked about. That's fun stuff. This is going to be a fun month coming up. I'm excited. Of course, this is kind of building up to June. Of all things, June is like the biggest gaming month of the year. Between Street Fighter 6, Diablo 4, Final Fantasy 16, and of course, all the Summer Games Fest stuff that's going to happen. Like, June's going to be humongous. It's crazy that June, which typically is not a big month, is going to be the biggest gaming month of the year right now. So, that's coming up. I'm excited for that, obviously. All right. So, guys, FYI.
Is he actually going to play Diablo 4?
This pre-stream will carry over into the DSP Reacts stream we're doing today. When this stream ends, you'll see a big pop-up message. Click here to go to DSP Reacts and continue with the Internet Historian Marathon. Any contributions that come in during this stream, carry over to that stream. Now, that stream is my only stream of the day. We're going to have our typical goals of, 50, 100, and $150 for tips. And if we hit those goals, we'll still do those celebratory, tiered rewards for those. But if we hit any of them on today's pre-stream, that carries over. Just like we did yesterday. We do this every week on Saturday, but we do a carryover. It's not like, oh, so I raised $50 on this pre-stream, but then if we go to DSP Reacts to do the marathon, it resets. We're not resetting. Everything carries over. So if you were thinking of contributing on the pre-stream today, never fear. It'll carry over to the React event, and it'll still get credit. We'll still get the same perks and rewards and everything over there. Okay?
There's more Phil's gotcha techniques. This guy's little greedy mitts scraping in dollar bills.
Cool. Okay. So I'm trying to think. I covered the Redfall thing. I covered the Street Fighter beta thing. Oh, what's the other store I want to talk about? The other store I want to talk about is the whole Street Fighter.
You still get everything.
The whole Star Wars Jedi.
Don't worry, you can still tip. Don't worry, you can still tip.
And I have seen some weird stuff. All right, and I mean, here's the truth. I should be.
What do you mean he's going after Dr. He's going after, bro? This is the man that just told Lil Wayne to stay in his lane.
Be able right now to outright say what I want to say, but because I have a bunch of stalkerish assholes
Dr.
who come after me for
Disrespect?
everything I say, they try to cause problems. All right. Well, fuck those people. Really. I mean, I'm a person who should be able to say whatever I want and be able to criticize things when I see bullshit.
Hell yeah,
and I'm going
dude.
to do so this morning.
I'm with you on that, Phil.
Care. All right, and please understand.
I agree
what
with
I'm
Phil
about to talk
100
about
on
is not
that,
trying to
dude.
start shit with anyone. It's trying to be transparent and honest with my audience and telling you my real feelings. All right.
That's
so
what
as
we
you know,
do, Phil.
Street,
That's what we do.
Street Fighter. Star Wars Jedi Survivor has launched, and it's a huge mess. On PC, it's nearly unplayable for most people. On console, there's constant frame drops and issues. On PS5, it crashes. On Xbox Series X, the frame rate's all over the place. And it's just not a fun experience when you get to harder parts of the game. And these things that you're supposed to be reacting to, you can't. You're dying. It's like, screw this, right? Well, for the most part, the internet is in consensus about this, all right? But I've noticed there's a couple people out there, a few content creators in general, who are bigger, who are basically almost like trying to shame people for being honest about their experiences with this game, all right? I saw some things that I shook my head at last night. So I saw this tweet, and I'm going to say it. Too bad. Dr. Disrespect put out a tweet last night, and he's like, I was just playing Star Wars Jedi Survivor on my super duper high-end PC rig, you know, my $40,000 graphics card and my fucking top-of-the-line configuration.
Here we go.
So I played it for several hours. I didn't have any performance issues whatsoever. And so people out there, these gamers today are just fucking whiny baby bitches, and they need to shut the fuck up.
Let the darkness and the jealousy consume you. Let it take over your soul, dude.
I'm not even kidding.
Embrace it.
He made a tweet. I paraphrased, but that's essentially what his tweet said. Okay? And I'm reading this, and I'm like, it's remarkable. It's absolutely remarkable.
Dude. It's remarkable
that
dude.
It's 2023, and we still have content creators that literally don't care what they say online. They feel no air of responsibility. They feel like no moral compass when they say shit like this. You know what I'm saying? Like 10 years ago, 12 years ago, all right, I was a very irresponsible person. I said and did things that caused a lot of drama because I didn't really give a shit. I didn't really realize the impact that my words had on the internet. I didn't realize that with the following that I had as a content creator.
Phil, don't you understand that this is why we still bring up the past, dude? It's because you can't let it go. Come on, man. This is the only reason people still talk about you jerking off. It's because you can't stop talking about it.
That things that I said and did had definitive consequences, all right? I used to hate on Minecraft all the time. I used to hate on other indie games and stuff all the time. And people would say, why are you so against them? And I'd be very stupid and say things like, oh, you know, they're kiddie games and shit like that. Then years later, I was like, man, I totally understand why people like these games. Boy, was I ignorant and stupid back then because of dumb shit that I said, right?
Bro.
When I started as a content creator and I was very popular at the beginning there,
he hasn't changed at all,
I was very irresponsible. Now I look back and I'm
all.
ashamed of myself, of the things that I said and did and how I conducted myself. Because now I realize there are people who took what I said as like fact and probably went and dumped on things and
The only difference now is that he tries to tiptoe more around. He has to tiptoe around it, you know. He can't just be blatantly racist anymore, because you'll just get canceled. You know, you gotta tiptoe.
hated on things
He's
unfairly and
tiptoeing
acted
in
like
his,
jerks because they were like, oh, my guy that I look up to on the internet, DSP, said it, so it must be true. All right, today, it's very simple. I got to pay attention to what I say and do. Because I realize now that there are impactful things that can happen as a result of what you say on the internet.
He is.
If you have a following at all, whether it's a ginormous following or a tiny one, you still have a following. There's people who trust what you do, okay? And you got to be careful. I'll give you an example. Personally, I look at a game like Cult of the Lamb, and it doesn't appeal to me. It doesn't look like it would be anything interesting to me. I could be completely wrong. But at least when I look at Cult of the Lamb, I say, hey, perfectly fine if you enjoy it. Enjoy it for what it is. Go play it. For me, personally, it looks like kind of one of those flash-in-the-pan, viral popularity indie games. It doesn't look like anything that I would really enjoy after like a stream or two, and I don't think it's worth my time. But by all means, you go enjoy it if that's your cup of tea, right? Back in the day, I'd be like, that game's a piece of shit. The only reason anyone would play it is because some streamer played it. It's junk. It's for kids. It's crap. Forget about it. And I'm not gonna say stuff like that.
Oh, you still do all that shit though. You do that shit for other games all the time. All the time.
Anymore. Because I've grown. I've become way more mature and intelligent in my head. I've become much wiser.
Boo this man.
And I realize that words like that can be harmful, right? And stupid. quite frankly. It's just it's an uneducated take. If I've never played the game, how can I crap on it? That'd be pretty stupid. What I can tell you is it doesn't look like it appeals to me. That's why I don't want to play it on my stream, and that's my justification for kind of avoiding the game. But that doesn't mean it's a bad game and I should be shitting on it like I used to a decade ago, okay? But when you're someone the level of Dr. Disrespect or other, because it wasn't just him. I'm singling him out because he was like the most prominent one that did it. And I don't know if Dr. Disrespect has some kind of a partnership contract with EA or not. I don't know if money is a factor here or what it is. All right? But it's this simple. People are not just making this shit up on the internet to get jollies off to destroy Jedi Survivor. All right? The game is running horribly for a lot of people. Thousands of people
then get
have
a
documented
fucking
their
high-end
awful
PC,
experience.
bitch.
That's why it's being review bombed on Steam.
Get a
That's why
high-end
people are
PC and
posting
stop
up memes
complaining,
about it all over
dude.
the internet. I have video evidence. My first 5 hours, the first 2 hours were choppy. The final hour was so choppy, it was literally
Get rid of that booty console,
unplayable.
Phil.
Okay? Literally unplayable. So, my experience is I'm having these issues. And when you see a tweet like that from this guy, it's not just like, well, I had no issues, but I feel sorry for those who are, this sucks. It's no, I had no issues, therefore everyone who's bitching on the internet is just a whiny little bitch and they need to grow up. Like, he literally said that in his fucking tweet. It's like, dude, do you not understand?
Good,
with the
you
size
should,
of the
bro.
content creator that you are, with
You
the
should
audience
shut
you
up,
have,
bro.
and the attention you bring. When you say shit like that, it's harmful. What you're doing, you're actually hurting the gaming community.
Good.
All right?
Fuck
You're
them,
essentially
bro.
saying, oh, it's good. Just ignore all the problems with launch games. No one should ever complain or demand better. Just pay money and shut the fuck up. No, that is completely contradictory to what we should be doing. We should be standing up for our rights as consumers. When we buy a game that runs like shit at launch, we should be collectively getting together and we should be saying, no, we demand better. We paid you our money. Now give us a quality product. Now, just because you're a big game studio like EA, well, you'll fix it in 3 months, right? No, we paid it. You need to frickin' give us exactly what we want, right? So, I don't know. And the thing is, perhaps it's bullshit. Maybe he was joking.
No, I'm sure it's...
Maybe he was.
Sure
I don't know.
Trash,
I didn't
face.
watch him play it on his stream. But
I just have to
it's
go
kind of
against
silly to
everything
make
that Phil
a
says.
tweet like that.
Like, without
because
question.
even if it's a joke, it's a harmful joke because people will see that and think he's being serious. Wow, Dr. Disrespect says there's nothing wrong with this game. Now people might go buy it, I just, again, it continues on with the line of irresponsibility. I hate to say it. This guy has shown a track record of irresponsibility with his actions over the years. He kind of thinks that he can just do whatever he wants and everything's just a joke, right? No, when you have that level of popularity, you have to start treating yourself seriously and responsibly. And even if it's a joke tweet, it was a parody tweet. It's actually, I believe, the opposite. Then don't make the fucking tweet. It's stupid. An outsider will see that tweet and be like, no, he's supporting the game. And like I said, reading the tweet, you'd think he has a partnership with EA or something, So, it wasn't him.
Well, what do you want, Phil?
And again, maybe these are people
he's a
trying to
millionaire.
make sarcastic jokes
Millionaires
about it.
see the world
but
differently.
I think that it's kind of more harmful than good. You shouldn't be doing that.
Just like
in today's
jealous
modern
bastards
day.
like you see the world
can't read
differently.
sarcasm on the internet. In a post, in a video, perhaps you can. If it was a whole long form video and he was being tongue in cheek sarcastic, that's different than just a tweet. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. The way I see it is the game really sucks for everyone. I don't think now's the time to joke about it. Now's the time to be serious about it and be like, nah, the game sucks and we all deserve either refunds or a better game. You know what I'm saying? So
Well, he tries to lump himself in whatever. I'm a normal guy. We deserve better.
So some people are arguing with me. Yeah, I know. Here it comes, right? Here comes the fucking
Here we go.
fanboy defense force, whatever. Yeah,
Here we go.
Just because someone's a big content creator, they're immune to any criticism, right? God forbid. I'm not crapping on the guy. I'm not saying his content's bad.
You are crapping on the guy.
I'm saying I think it was a pretty irresponsible.
You're
tweet
crapping on
his
the doc,
behalf.
bro.
And like I said, it's not just him. There's a couple others as well that were smaller than him who were kind of making similar tweets or even responding to his tweet. And I was like, this isn't
You're
good. Because
crapping
people
on the
will
doc,
read this out of
man.
context. And they'll actually think that this is real, and then they're going to say, oh, well, I believe what this guy says. They'll go buy the game, and then they find out, oh, the guy was fucking lying. It was a joke. Oh, yeah, a real funny joke. I just lost $70. Ha, ha, ha. Right?
That's hilarious,
Anyway. All right,
Phil,
so
if you lost $70, I'd laugh my ass
I
off.
hope they patch
dude.
the game. The thing is, I'm not even lying. Like, I like the game, and I'm pissed because I want to play Jedi Survivor right now. Like, I was in the middle of a cool area. I was exploring this town. I was fighting droids, boss fights, and I had to stop playing it. And I really want to play it, so I hope they patch it soon. Like, if they, like I said, the ideal state, if they patch it like Wednesday and I can start playing it again on Thursday, I'd be really happy. So I hope that they actually do patch it and it ends up being better. Okay. Okay. Arkham, I understand what you're saying. He's saying he's playing it on PS5. There's no issues. I should try playing it on PS5.
Yeah.
I'm not rebuying.
Bro,
the game.
you
I
have
already
two.
spent $70
He has both
on it. Well, I take it back.
consoles. You have both
$62.99
consoles
plus
Phil.
tax, so it was just under $70 with tax for me. I just basically, I already bought. I'm not buying it again. I'm not made of money. I'm not gonna throw money and buy it again on another console. And by the way, I'm not redoing 5 hours of gameplay again either. You know what I mean? Like, that's time, that's money invested. I should be able to play it whatever I want, and it should work. And if it doesn't, I should get a fucking
He
refund.
sounds like a
It's one or the
fucking
other, you know
toddler,
what I mean?
dude.
So I hope it,
Does he not
it
sound
ends
like
up
like a little kid?
working. I hope they patch it soon. Okay. So guys, that's really all I got to talk about on today's pre-stream. We're gonna do literally one shout out. That's all. There's been no contributions whatsoever.
Good, bro.
0 besides one. So I will shout out the one, and then after that, I guess we're just gonna get to some Q&A before we get set up here and we head over to DSP Reacts for the Internet Historian event. Okay. Cool. So we start off with Pausen, who re-upped their membership for 15 months in a row and says, "Morning DSP, I'm looking forward to the React." Me too. Like I said, I'm excited because this is something different, you know, to do, and something fun and variety and not drama. So I'm excited for this. I hope it goes well today for sure. So there you go. What was something else I had on my mind? Shit, and I just lost it. I was just thinking about it and I just lost it. Ah, fudge. Whatever. All right. So, guys, let's open this up. There's some Q&A. If you want to talk, please tag me in the chat. We'll have a little bit of back and forth before we get set up and we head over to the React channel. Okay? Bug Catcher is of the impression no one's going to play this Star Wars game after 2 weeks pass. When another game comes out, Star Wars lacks long-term replayability. Well, that's probably a good point. It's not just about Star Wars. It's actually about the fact that with games, they have a very small window. All right, there's an exception. If it's a competitive game or an online game, all right, that's different. Usually competitive games and online games have a bigger window. But if it's just a story-based game, especially single-player games, they typically have a very small window of I would say about a week to a week and a half from launch, where they get big hype, they get a lot of attention, and everyone's kind of talking about them. They're memeing about them. You know what I'm saying? It's all of that. And if you don't have your game in order during that launch window, all right, you're essentially screwing your chances of having a successful game. And I feel like this is what's happening right now with Star Wars. You know, it came out on Friday. It's now Sunday.
Heels. We got heels over here.
He says they're going to patch it. We're all waiting. And if they don't get that patch out by like midweek, what's going to happen is the focus is going to shift. We got Redfall coming out on Tuesday. If the Street Fighter 6 beta actually does come out tomorrow, people are all going to be already talking about other things. And if they don't get that, if they don't get that consistency down where, oh, we're going to get that patch out right away, and then, you know, we're going to continue to improve the game, and we're going to listen to the demands of our consumers who are upset about the game, this game will be forgotten. And that's a concern for me, too. You know, I spent almost $70 on it, all right? And if I don't play this game within the next week, like, let's say they don't patch the game until 2 weeks from now, will anyone really care about the game 2 weeks from now? Or are you guys just going to say, just don't even bother with it. Just do other stuff, right? It very well could be that. You guys could say, oh, well, don't play it. And that would be sad because apparently the game is good. You know, the reviewers who played it and got through it said the game is outstanding. I was really enjoying myself until the performance issues hit. So imagine a game that could be a Game of the Year contender that ends up being a game that's completely skipped over and forgotten by most people.
What?
Because of a bad launch.
Oh, special delivery.
Attempt to fix it. You know what I'm saying? So I hope not. I want to play this game and enjoy it, and I'm nervous
that if they don't get their asses in gear and get this patch out right away, that moment, that flash in the pan hype is going to fizzle out, and people are just going to want other things, including me. I'll be ready to move on. No one's going to want me to go back and play Jedi Survivor. They're going to be groaning whenever I try to wedge it into the schedule. You know what I mean? Okay. Well, guess what? We have some shout-outs to do now. So thank you, guys. Let's do some shout-outs. So we start off with a $2 tip. This is our first tip of the day. What? I don't know if I believe this. Someone tipped $2. It says, Moist Critical put out a video last night. He spent hours on the frog boss in Star Wars. He died over 120 times. Apparently the boss is bugged. Does anyone believe this? Does Moist Critical spend hours on single bosses? Like, this doesn't sound anything like the content he puts out at all. This sounds like a bunch of baloney to me. What about you guys? This sounds like baloney to me. When was the last time that he did something like that? Right? If anyone can confirm if that's real, but that sounds like a bunch of bullshit to me. Bullshit. No, I agree. See, Naysayer says that frog boss isn't even that hard. You're right. If you could control your character, if there wasn't insane performance issues, that boss wouldn't be that bad. The problem is the boss literally can one-shot you with several of its attacks, and you can't get your controls to react. So if you can't, if I could see it, he's going to attack, okay, let me dodge to the side. Half the time you do it, and it won't come out. You're like, what the hell is this? I might as well just fucking put my controller down and let the boss just eat me. What's the point? Exactly, the Rancor wasn't bad. The Rancor killed me a few times, but there wasn't massive performance issues fighting the Rancor, and I was able to beat it in like 3-4 tries, right? I think it was like 4 or 5. While this frog thing, it just, the game will not run well in that cave. It's shit. Okay. Char has our first super chat of the day. Thank you, Char. I appreciate that. And then we've got Dark Maggot, who has re-upped his membership for 23 months at the super supporter level. Dude? Thank you, Dark Maggot. He says,
in the house?
Cheers.
Oh, fuck this guy.
I loved Fallen Order, but I never actually finished it. It's pretty sad to see the new one has the same issues at launch. The latest Digital Foundry video really shows how badly optimized it is. Oh, did they put out a video about these issues? That's interesting. I completely agree that, again, this is supposed to be a high-profile game from a big studio. You can't put it out in 2023 like this. Enough forgiving these guys and saying, oh, it's fine, they'll fix it in a couple of weeks. No one cares about a couple of weeks. We want to play it now because we bought it. If we don't play it now, we just don't want to play it at all, right? So, yeah. Thank you, Dark Maggot. I appreciate that. Hemlover is saying it's real. He says, there's a video called The Boss That Almost Made Me Rage Quit, and there's a picture of Ogdo on Penguin's Zero channel. So he did do it? Oh, okay. Well, then I take it back. If it's true.
Take it back, Phil. Take it all back.
To start some drama, but that's interesting. Lord Prince Albert did a super chat. Here's to a chill Sunday stream. Did anyone mention you have a resemblance to Kid Muscle from the Ultimate Muscle anime? All the time. I think it's rare when we go like maybe 10 minutes before someone says Kid Muscle on my stream. So there you go. That makes a lot of sense.
Muscle?
Lord Prince Albert. Thank you very much for the comparison.
Wait, what?
And for, of course, the super chat. Hopping Rabbit re-upped their membership for 4 months. Says, would you be annoyed if the PS5 Pro is the perfect fix? The PS5 Pro? Like, you mean if they came out with another version of PS5 that everything runs well on? I mean, that'd be really stupid, right? Honestly. Why the hell? I mean, most people are still struggling to get a PS5, and now you're going to tell me PS5 Pro, right, is the solution? You have to buy another fucking console in order to really get good performance? No, I would be pretty upset about that, quite frankly. Yes, I would. All right, by the way, just so you guys know, I should make you guys aware of something, okay? There's been someone who, in the last week, all right, has been actively spending time going through my history. I'm not kidding you. Finding people
who used to be fans and viewers and supporters of my content making clone accounts of their accounts that look like them and then coming onto my streams and trying to impersonate said people. Okay? They did it with Usagi Jojo. They've done it with Suck a Surprise.
It's probably really
they did
them.
It, of course, with Derek, who gets it all the time. They're literally just this moment, someone just tried to impersonate the Arid Lord. And it's a fake account. So I've already banned them. Okay?
How does he know?
To be careful, all right? There's likely going to be some malicious activity of people trying to pull these impersonations.
Wait, I don't understand. He's not telling us how he knows it's a fake account. How is it a fake account?
And if I see them, I'll try to take care of it. But I might not catch it right away. So be a little skeptical.
Why
if you see
can't
someone who
Usagi
looks like they used to be a
Jojo
supporter or whatever, and all of a sudden they're in the
come
chat
back?
and they might be saying something gross or stupid or weird. There's probably a reason why. They're trying to basically cause problems, all right? It came to light the other night because there was someone who looked like they were Suck a Surprise, who's someone who used to watch
Maybe Suck a Surprise was mad at you.
And they made a comment about, I tried to leave a tip and it didn't come through and stuff like that. So I'm like, I'm thinking, it's really Suck a Surprise.
Suck a
So I'm
Surprise.
looking, there's no tip. I'm like, sorry, it didn't come through. And then the real Suck a Surprise contacted me overnight. He's like, so just so you know, I wasn't on your stream, but I was told people were bringing you up and people who know me contacted me. It wasn't me. So it sounds like there's someone who's actually trying to cause you problems and distract you on your stream. So just know it's not real. So I went and I banned that account. And, there's going to be more of it. So just to forewarn everyone, there's some malicious activity. There may be clones of you. You might have a clone. All of a sudden you turn to right to someone who's just like you. Like, what the hell is this? So be a little careful and let me know if that happens, obviously. I like to take care of it. I don't like... Impersonation is against the rules. It's not allowed here.
Man.
We don't want people trying to pretend like there's someone else and cause problems for anybody. So let me know if that's going on. All right, everybody? Okay. All right. More tips have come in. I received a $2 tip.
This guy hates cars, dude.
Did you ever experience buyer's remorse with a game so strong that it took you a while to realize you're not actually having fun? It happened to me with a game called Honkai Star Rail. I had ungodly hype for it for years. It launched 5 days ago. It's crushing to realize it's not as good as I thought it would be. Is that not the game from the same studio that made Genshin Impact? I can't remember the name of the studio now. But isn't it that from those people? Someone just mentioned that the other day, and I didn't know what it was, and I think that people told me that's what it was, right? So I don't know anything about the game, but... Oh, man, let me think about that. I mean, I'm going to tell you for sure there's games like that, for sure. But I guess the real question is what games? Oh my God, what a fool I am. Of course I have a game in mind. Street Fighter V. Are you kidding me?
No way that
So when I started on
he,
YouTube as a
no way he
content
got
creator,
killed there.
back in 2008 and 2009, Street Fighter 4 released, and me covering it as a casual player, not necessarily being a pro, but doing it in a funny way, it caught on and it gave me a lot of popularity on YouTube back in the day. I got so popular playing Street Fighter 4, pro players hated my guts. Guys like Mike Ross and Gutex were talking shit about me because I had nothing to do with the competitive community, but
they're talking shit about you because you're a fucking piece of shit. That's why they're talking shit.
I was getting insane amounts of popularity on YouTube while all the people in the community were kind of struggling trying to get attention. Street Fighter 4 was a huge thing for me. It really, really was. And I basically feel like when other fighting games started to come out, like Street Fighter 3, Marvel vs. Capcom 3, Street Fighter Cross Tekken, they kind of lost their way. But then when Street Fighter 5 was announced, I was hype. I was like, okay, this is their chance. They're going to come back from these kind of not so good games, and this one will be huge. It's going to be the next numbered iteration. We're going to see a reinvigoration in the fighting game community. And I was amped and pumped. I went and bought a joystick. When I moved out here 9 years ago, I only had joysticks for the last gen consoles. I didn't even have anything that would work with like PS4. And I went out and I bought like $150 Hori joystick just to play the Street Fighter V beta and the game when it released the next year. I told you guys, I was amped up to cover the game fully. I was going to make content just like I did for Street Fighter 4, where I would pick a character, put him in training mode, bring him online, do Madness series, do all that stuff. Like, I was ready. And people were even asking me, will you go back to the competitive scene? Will you go back to tournaments? And I was like, I don't know, but it's a maybe. If the game really catches my interest, it's a possibility, you know? I was hyped, and, you know, the beta failed, the launch of the game failed, then when the game finally worked online, within a few weeks, people realized the game was fucking shitty, with massive input delay and all kinds of problems. That game was a piece of dog shit. And people, what's funny is, I strongly criticized Street Fighter V when it came out. I was one of the few. Most people in the fighting game community were kissing this game's ass because they kind of realized, oh, well, this is the content we put out, and if we crap on Street Fighter V, we have no content to put out, so we all have to play this game and basically bear with it. So I got a lot of flack and criticism, and a lot of people say, oh, don't listen to DSP anymore, he's just a dinosaur, yada yada. But it's funny because now people are finally honest. Now Street Fighter V is done and Street Fighter 6 is about to come out. You can see so many notable players coming out and saying, oh yeah, Street Fighter V sucked. It wasn't until like the last 2 years that the game existed, when Yoshitori Ono, who used to be the producer of Street Fighter, and he got fired basically. Once he was out of the picture and they brought in this new team to start running it, all of a sudden the game got better in the last 2 years of its existence, right? It's like, yeah, but what about the first 5 fucking years? That I was saying it was shit, and everyone shat on me for that, right? Like, that was a game that I went into with really high expectations. I was hyped for it. I was excited for it. I bought a joystick for it. I was amped and primed and ready to cover it like I did with the launch of Street Fighter 4. And that was the biggest disappointment for me. It was such a huge flop. And, you know, I went from being the biggest proponent of Street Fighter to essentially just ignoring it for years and years and years. You know, I just didn't care about it anymore. It actually made me lose my desire to care about Street Fighter. In fact, I only played classic Street Fighter for all those years. I just ignored Street Fighter 5, right? So if ever there was an example of what you're describing there, Anso Kamaru, it definitely would have been Street Fighter 5 for me. Ginormous disappointment. Jeremy says, even Daigo admitted on his stream Street Fighter 5 was not good. Again, when I say these things, all right, I want you guys to understand something, especially when it comes to the fighting game community, all right?
You're going to say they're all garbage people, that they should all be arrested? Not really into fighting games too much. I think when I was younger, I liked Mortal Kombat, and that's about it.
I've been around since the launch of Street Fighter 2. I was a part of the grassroots fighting game community during its inception and growth. I know what the fighting game community is truly feeling about these things, and I speak it because I have no vested interest. When everyone else had to kiss Street Fighter V's butt because they felt if they didn't, Street Fighter would die and they have no content to put out, I didn't care. Because I could do other content because I'm a variety content creator. So I told the truth. And
yeah, you don't care, and it shows, Phil. It really shows that you don't give a shit, dude. Every day.
Everyone piled on me. Everyone dogpiled and said, oh, Phil's just toxic. Phil's just negative. Phil's just this, that. Phil now could be the scapegoat of the fighting game community. Everyone crap on guys, call him a dinosaur, say he doesn't matter anymore. Years later, oh yeah, we all agree. Oh, interesting. Right? Very fucking interesting. So, please understand, when I come from these places, like, I'm coming from a place of experience. Even though these moronic idiots on the internet have destroyed my reputation in the last decade and say, oh, Phil was never good at fighting games. Blatantly, factually false. Phil has no experience, doesn't know what he's talking about. Blatantly, factually false. I know what I'm talking about. Street Fighter V was shit. Alright? Maybe the final year or two it was better when Ono was out, but I don't know. I didn't play it then. It was bad for 5 fucking years. So, enough with the bullshit of this community always fucking trying to protect itself and fucking hide the truth. Fuck that shit. The game was terrible, and anyone who fucking pushed it for 5 years was a shill. They were only cared about was their own fucking views and fucking making money. It's stupid. The game was terrible, man. Okay? So, you know, basically the way I see it, I really hope Street Fighter 6 is the turnaround. Because it looks like it definitely has potential. It looks like this new group who's now in charge of Street Fighter 6, they got Ono out, and this new group has listened to everything that the feedback has been. They're making fun offline single-player content. They've designed an interesting variety cast of different fighting style types. The game doesn't look like it's going to all play the same. You know, like all these things that they're doing are things that people want. And so I'm hoping the game is good. Even if I'm not good at it, because I'll be honest with you guys, I don't foresee myself being good at Street Fighter 6. I don't. I think what'll happen is I'll play it at launch. We'll cover it for a while. I'll definitely do an offline playthrough of the World Tour.
Well, you're not. You're dog shit at it, bro. I covered it. I have the I mean, I had to re-upload them, but yeah, I have all the. Hey, that's what I should do, right? When I should like re-upload the Street Fighter 6 Salt that I have, like right before he as like a, it's like a warm up to right before he plays it. When is he playing it, actually?
I'll definitely do training mode, in the lab videos with characters. I'll go online and I'll play. But I don't really see myself becoming anything good competitively. I think it'll be a game that I'll play from time to time and enjoy. Maybe we'll make it like a Friday night staple where every Friday night we do Street Fighter. Maybe we have community nights where people join the lobby and we all play each other or whatever. But I'm definitely not foreseeing myself being good at it. I think those days have passed. I think I'll be all right. I'll be like average. I have this fundamental knowledge of how fighting games play from playing the classics. And that's always going to be with me. I'm not going to just lose that. But at the same time, these games are newer. They have different things in them that I'm probably not going to be caring about that much. And again, I have no aspirations to play it competitively or be good at it. I don't want to be part of the competitive FGC. I don't. I don't want to be part of the drama. I don't want to be part of the fucking nonsense. We already have corruption, where there's $1 million Capcom Cup and people cheated to play the beta, the closed beta, that was only supposed to be played 2 weekends, and they've been playing that beta for 6 months, and they're all cheating to win. It's like, already? The game isn't out yet, and already we have this drama. So why do I want to be a part of that? I don't. I'll cover it in my own way. I hope you guys will enjoy the coverage I put out of it. Let me know what you think, but I'm not expecting much. Let's put it that way.
You'll cover it by just talking shit about it constantly. That's what you mean.
Expecting entertaining content and fun. I'm not expecting pro level play or anything like that. Fair enough? As long as we have this agreement and this understanding, I think we're gonna have a good time with the game. Okay. I received a $1 tip. I'm not lying, go watch it. Here's a link to his channel. The hardest boss I've ever fought. So yeah, apparently this voice critical thing is real. You want to know the truth? Alright, I'm going to say something, and of course a lot of people are going to laugh. For the content that I've watched Moist Critical put out, I actually find it very entertaining. I actually feel like we actually have similar opinions and a like mind on stuff. But I think that a guy like Moist Critical would never care to even have like a normal conversation with a guy like me, because people turn me into an internet meme and a lolcow and an asshole, right? So it sucks because I really feel like...
I'm sorry, I gotta stop him right there. Phil, we didn't turn you into a lolcow, dude. You can't put this shit on us, buddy. You're trying to blame your lolcowness on people. People did this to you. What are you, like the Punisher, dude? You're like the Punisher of e-beggars, bro. Like, they killed your family, and now you have to get revenge by e-begging, dude. Come on.
Basically, like we play the game, we get to that boss, we both hate it. We have that same feeling. We have that same exact opinion of the game, right? And sometimes I'll watch his content, and I'll be like, I totally understand what he's saying. I get it, and I think his sense of humor is great too. Phil. I actually think he's probably a nice guy and a cool guy to hang out with. You know what I mean? But I would never get the time of day from a guy like that. Instead, he sees me as a joke meme on the internet because so many people fucking crap on me and dump on me and make negative things about me all day.
Joke, Phil.
So I'll never even get a normal conversation with the guy. Not once would it even happen, because he has no interest. He sees me as a fucking clown and a joke because of what people have done to me on the internet. So whatever. It sucks because it's like, see, he agreed with you. Here's the video. And I'm like, I don't even believe it. I think you're just trying to start shit with the guy, because that's what people do. They just want to be, again, they want to make everything into a fucking clown story. It's so dumb,
he doesn't believe
right?
anything, dude.
So
he assumes everything's fake.
Anyway, it's interesting to find that we have a similar situation there with the Star Wars game for sure. Okay. No, I'm not saying I really want to hang out with him. What I'm saying is he's probably the kind of guy I would get along with. You know what I mean? Like, we're of like mind on certain things. But God forbid that I ever think that the guy would ever want to like have a chill conversation with me. You want to hang out with Moist Critical? I'm a fucking meme on the internet who's to be derided and made fun of and shat on constantly without any kind of exception, right? You know, lol cow. So because of that, I don't get the respect from anyone, right? Because
Phil, you know, there's a way out of this, Phil. You have to. Well, first you have to. The first step is admitting it. You have to admit your lolcow. It's like, it's like recovery. And then, after that, you can start embracing it and changing your attitude, But first, I mean, you have to accept it. You just have to accept it at first.
Really did so much to deserve that, but we could talk about that till the cows come home.
Rich,
it's just a waste of everybody's fucking time.
Rich did it.
So, shout out to Tizwaz1112, who re-upped their membership for 17 months. Thank you, Tizwaz, for re-upping your membership. All right, so guys, we're winding down.
I don't know if that's good or
last chance if you would like to support this stream in any way and get a shout out. Last chance if you'd like to just tag me in the chat, do a little bit of Q&A. We'd probably hang out for about 10 more minutes before we adjourn, and then we get set up over on the React channel for the Internet Historian React event. Okay? Why be better? I appreciate you being here with me, man. It's cool of you. Thank you.
Why be better? That should be
check here.
Dude, that should be Phil's slogan, dude. Why be better when I can just be shit?
Cool. I'm excited for the food today coming. Like I said, we're actually trying out a brand new place for Indian food, and we got a good variety of stuff coming. Should be interesting. Got another tip. Glenn tipped me $2. He says, if I become an Ultra member on DSP Reacts and I submit a tattoo video with blood, would you skip it like you did with the standard member submission? Do you have limits on Ultra member submissions? Again, it has to be something that is going to be...
Yeah, somebody submitted a video, and it was a slow motion tattoo. Like a tattoo that somebody recorded in like super slow-mo. And Phil saw like a speck of blood, and he was like, oh no, I see blood. No, we're skipping this. Like, yeah, everybody's freaking out. Yeah, everyone in chat they don't, okay, we're skipping.
What can I say? Here's the thing. Are there videos on YouTube with blood? Yes, there are. Okay? But there's criteria and levels.
Bro, there's full
on YouTube that's allowed.
You don't know the type
For
of
example,
shit that's actually on YouTube,
if it's considered graphic, that video will get flagged on YouTube.
Bro.
And then if you put it in a video, that video will be rated 18 plus adult, and
somebody
there's no way you can monetize
like,
that video. If there's too much graphic content in a video, sometimes it'll actually get blocked. All right, dependent on the content. The criteria is weird because it seems like on YouTube, sometimes they'll block videos for words, but then they won't block it for graphic content. I don't really get it. I don't think there's consistency.
Yeah, it's like they let the graphic shit slide when it's like you could look up like waxing videos, full on nudity, no problem. Like shit like that. It's kind of bizarre.
See, I think that's maybe a problem with YouTube, is that sadly there's just not enough consistency in their rule set to begin with. Okay, so I'm not saying I would never watch a video of someone getting a tattoo, but here's the difference. If you're an Ultra member and you nominate that video, essentially what I would do is, as long as it's not bad, meaning it's not really gory, over the top, yuck, okay? If it's more scientific, then I would watch it. But I would have to put a disclaimer in that episode and say, hey, everyone, just so you know, we're about to watch a video that looks like there's some blood in it. If you're squeamish, don't watch. Come back in 5 minutes. We'll be done with this. But for now, we're going to watch this because this is an Ultra member submission. All right? But there's definitely criteria. Like, for example, no, I'm not going to let someone, nominate a video that's a racist video or a sexist video or a gory, disgusting murder video and stuff like that. That's not allowed. It has to be something that would be allowed. The reason...
I'm pretty sure that you can't, like, have murder on YouTube. That's one of the things that they frown upon, Phil.
We skipped it during the standard submissions from members.
I don't know where you're going to find straight up murder on YouTube.
I'm going to watch those member submissions.
Maybe.
And number two, we have a ridiculous amount to get through. If there's a video that's going to give people problems, we're just going to skip it. You got, those submissions definitely have to be more free-flowing and something we can watch quick and move on. Now, oh, God, now we might or might not watch it because there's blood in it. So it's probably not a good thing to submit for a standard member submission.
If somebody's submitting a murder video,
but the
you
Ultra,
should probably
that's
just
different.
ban them anyway.
Essentially, you're getting to the point where you're guaranteed your stuff's going to be watched. So... I would definitely give it more consideration for that. Okay.
Oh yeah, like murder, like the cops murdering people. Yeah, that's rampant.
Have I considered Indian sweets? You know, I
That's
don't know too
everywhere.
much about Indian sweets.
Cops
at
murdering
all.
people? That's like, yeah.
So I wouldn't even know
I mean,
what one would be.
I guess,
I think there may be a dessert coming today. I think we might actually have a dessert of some sort.
Cops
coming
kill
from
everybody.
this Indian restaurant. I'm not
That's
sure.
like,
Hobo X says Digital Foundry released their PS5 Star Wars video saying the PS5 tried to keep the frame rate above 30 by dropping the resolution very low, even below 720p. Wow, that's so bad. What happened? What fucking happened? What is going on with this game?
wow, so sad, Phil. It's so sad what they did with this release.
They're just telling me they pushed too far. They pushed the graphical fidelity of the game too far to the point where none of these platforms can support what they want to do. You know what I mean? That's just shit.
Phil, only Dr. Disrespect can enjoy this game. That's terrible, bro. That's the worst. He's the only person in the entire world that gets to
I've
enjoy
never
the
ridden
game.
a combine harvester. Darth Golbach, how's it going? Good to see you. Welcome.
Oh yeah, he doesn't want to get demonetized. That guy pulls the.
There is no late night stream, Arkham. Today's a marathon. Once we finish this podcast in a few minutes, we're all going to head over to DSP Reacts together. And I'm going to start that up. And we're going to do like a 20-minute or so intro where I explain the premise of the show, what we're doing. And there's going to be a vote on what's the first Internet Historian video I'm going to react to. We're going to react to that one live. We're going to see how much time we have left. And do another one. And then there's going to be food coming around between 4 and 5 p.m. So we're going to do a Feasting with Phil, the Tasteful Truth episode of Indian food. And then we're going to do more reacting, and that's it. It's going to go on to, like I said, around 7 to 7:30 p.m.-ish. Depends on time and how long it takes to finish whatever we're reacting to. And that's the show. The whole day today is the long-form react, okay?
Wow. Wow. So wow. The whole day.
Literally says it took Moist over 2 hours to beat that boss. I guess you would have been able to beat it in 2 hours. Here's the thing. I definitely would have beaten it if I stuck with it.
Take Phil 15
You saw that
hours.
last attempt. I got it down to like maybe 30% health. So if I just kept being determined, I definitely would have beat it. But the point was I wasn't having fun anymore. Because the game wouldn't react and it was so sluggish and dropping frames, it wasn't a fun fight. It would have been a fun, challenging fight if the game was responsive. I would have had a good time with it. But at that point, I was like, I just don't want to play anymore. It ruins your overall experience, right? Stupid. Darth Golbach says, I'm watching DSP versus the internet with the Xbox One clips. Reminds me when PlayStation came out with a PowerPoint right after countering everything. That's right. And it was pretty amazing. PS4. They absolutely destroyed the Xbox One. It was pretty funny. What's going on, Jade? Good to see you. He says, I'm going to chill with you on DSP Reacts. Jade, you might like it. I don't know. Jade, here's the thing. I've never watched the Internet Historian's videos. You might enjoy them. We might like them. Watching them together, I don't know. But it would be cool to have you hang out over there. Oh, my goodness. Arkham, I understand what you're saying, but at the same time, do you not feel the consumer deserves better? So Arkham says not everything can be a masterpiece when it comes out. Games like that, when they first launch, they're going to have bad things about them, but then they'll patch it and it turns out being a really good game. Like, I understand what you're saying, but at the same time, you got to understand something. I want you to put this into perspective, okay? Let's say you go to the grocery store and you buy a bag of apples, all right? But the bag of apples is horrible. Do you agree with the grocery store that that's okay as long as those apples will taste good next week? You can't eat the apple till next week. It just has to sit around your house and not taste good. If you buy a car, right? And the moment you drive the car off the lot, the car is sputtering.
Wait, what? Is he talking about buying a piece of fruit that's not ripe enough? Is he saying that he's being that he's getting scammed because he has to wait for it to ripen? That's how fruit works, dude. Right? What?
And stalling, and the tires keep losing their air, and you're told, oh, just wait 2 months, and in 2 months the car will run fine. Is that acceptable? No. The moment you buy things, you're supposed to have the product at its optimal value and usage. You're not supposed to be buying something and then having a time lock release.
Yeah, but fruit, that's how fruit works, dude. What? Bro, oh, you go and the bananas, right? You want to get you don't want to get the bananas that are already ripe because they're going to be like shit in 2 days, right? You want to get them when they're slightly green. Feels a fucking moron, dude. I swear to God, dude. It's so stupid.
Of when you can enjoy the product you already bought.
What I do is I get some green ones and I get some yellow ones, you know? I use my brain. I actually like use critical thinking, unlike Phil. Phil's like, I don't know. What do I do? Do I get the I can't get the fruit because it's not ripe. You're like, well, yeah, you just have to wait, Phil. You just have to wait.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's stupid. That doesn't make any sense whatsoever. So, just in reality, no, this is not acceptable. I'm sorry. Like, I understand.
It's not
people,
acceptable,
like, as long as it's eventually good, it's fine. I don't like that mentality. And I hate to say it, I almost think that games like No Man's Sky or Rainbow Six Siege kind of created this mentality among gamers. Just forgive the initial mistakes and just, wait for the good game to eventually come. And I think this kind of created a very bad mindset among consumers. That should not be how it is. Those are the exceptions to the rule, where the initial offerings of those games were awful, but then over time the game developers bought into the fact that people were supporting them and said, okay, we will live up to what we promised and the expectations, and we're going to continue to improve our games till they're good playable games. I don't think that we should all just collectively say it's okay to release a broken game and we'll just trust us, we'll fix it later. No, I don't think that should be the case at all. I think that's a bad mindset. That's a bad way to go about business, quite frankly. Okay? Okay. I received a $2 tip. Thank you, Spartanius one. I'll check on that. I don't.
Yeah, the fruit and Phil, you're just way off base with the fruit analogy. That was just a really bad analogy, dude.
I don't know right now. I will check on that. Thank you, Spartanius one. It's a $2 tip from Spartanius one, and he said that he shot me an email that I need to read later, and I will. Thank you. So far, no one's beaten a $2 tip, which is why the anonymous guy is still up there. If anyone goes above $2, you'll trump that guy and get on the leaderboard. Let's see here. Darth the Goldbox says, remember, they actually delayed this game a month, and it still comes out like this. I didn't even know it was delayed a month. But you guys are probably right. It did get delayed, right? Jeremy Kyle says, try this Chinese dish. It's roasted pork, crispy pork, and duck. Bok chow with white rice. I love duck. I'm sad because out here, there isn't a lot of like Chinese restaurants that are non-Americanized. You know what I'm saying? Like, most Chinese restaurants have been Americanized to the point where they're only serving like, orange chicken, sweet and sour chicken, kung pao chickens. Like, that's not what they eat. Those are Americanized versions of the dishes. I want like an authentic meal, an authentic dish. That's something that they would make. What you just described sounds like something they would actually make, in a real Chinese restaurant. A real authentic Chinese chef. So, that sounds good. But like duck, I know for a fact duck is a huge staple in real Chinese cuisine, but I can't really find anywhere out here that does it. There's one restaurant I found that does duck, and it's a smoked duck, and I've had it, and it was pretty good. But smoking food is okay. It's not something I want all the time. So I had it the once I thought it was good, but
dude, the one thing Phil can just talk forever about is food, man. Succulent, moist, robust, flavorful.
I probably wouldn't like be desperate to go back there and get it again. So yeah, it's a little disappointing, I would say. I wish we had more authentic Chinese restaurants out here. We only have like one or two, I would say. And one of the ones that I really like doesn't do duck. I'm like, ah, sucks. Yes, I agree. Dark Glowbox says, I'm looking forward to a non-drama react today. This is a good switch. I agree. And again, it's not that I'm not interested in doing maybe future documentaries. Like I said, that Nostalgia Critic / Channel Awesome documentary, I'm all over that. I used to be a huge fan of them. I was going to join them. I was actually going to be a part of that guy with the glasses before they were known as Channel Awesome. I was scheduled to join the group. And I guess I dodged a big bullet because of all the stuff that's apparently happened over the years with that group. I can't imagine, you know, I would have been part of that shit.
Yeah, you would have fit right in, dude. You probably would have came out on top somehow because you're a weasel. You would have just somehow, like, figured out how to get all the money for yourself. Just like with fucking Project 7, dude.
So, interesting. I'd love to watch that one. And there's many others as well. You know, that kind of stuff, I think we will get back to it. But for now, I'm excited to do something different, for sure.
Yeah, they probably didn't want him. They figured out he was a friggin' scammer.
Would I try chicken feet? Man, I don't know. It does weird me out a little bit. The chicken feet thing. I don't know if I would enjoy it. Maybe I would, because a lot of things that look gross or sound gross end up tasting great. So maybe I should give it a shot. I don't know. That kind of makes me go, ugh, a little bit. You know what I mean? Well, will Ryu be my first character? You mean in Street Fighter 6? Probably not. I think in Street Fighter 6, I'm going to try one of the more oddball characters from Street Fighter 2.
Honestly,
like
I just started playing PUBG.
Or Honda, or I'll try one of the new characters that I'm interested in.
I've only been playing the game for like 2 months.
Gaspavelli,
I've never played it
for
before
21
that.
months. Thank you, Gaspavelli, for the re-upping.
But I like it. I think it's dope.
No, I've never had tongue of any kind. Like Kyle says, do you ever eat a beef tongue or anything? No. I know that's also a popular dish. I never had that.
To me, it just plays like H1Z1, like an updated H1Z1.
Yeah, Lindley says I'm going to post PS4 versus Xbox One E3 clip for next react. Could work. Could be
played
fun.
H1Z1 more.
Do I like fried pickles? I've only had them once. When I had them, I
day.
thought they were good, but I only had them the once, and I haven't had them since. Well, Goldfish says I've seen YouTubers make chicken feet, and it looks like it's good, surprisingly. Would I try veganism? I'm not against trying vegetarian-style food. I'm okay with that. I've had veggie meals before, like, for example, today, Indian food. Indian cuisine has a lot of good veggie-style meal dishes, or entrees, I should say. Meal dishes. Wow, that's real professional.
Phil's the king of dead air, dude.
I'm okay with that as long as it tastes good.
He'll just go to the fucking bathroom, like, and just mute the mic.
But do I actively seek that out? No.
And he has music. He has music to play. Like, he just doesn't care, dude.
Would I try to do? Would you try to do stand up, Jackie or Artie? I like both Jackie the Joke Man and Artie Lang on the Howard Stern show, which I'm assuming is what you're asking. Would I try to do stand up comedy? Probably not. Don't think so. All right, guys, great show. Thanks to those who supported.
You think Phil could do stand up?
Now it is time for us.
You think he would
to
be
switch
more
over
funny
to
as a stand up?
Here's how it's going to work. I'm going to end the show.
His humor would be.
What's going to happen is there's going to be a pop up on your screen.
I don't know. He might work as a comic, dude. He's comics. A lot of comics are assholes, and like his humor is really dry, I guess. Not, you don't think Phil could be? Imagine Phil up like doing stand up, but like, you don't think his personality would work though? Like if he was like say he had like fire jokes with his personality. His life experience. He's fucked. Yeah. No. Oh, it's an overwhelming no. No, I'm saying like he's got fire. He's got like fire bits. But it's him. Oh, okay, well.
that says click here to head over to DS.
Oh, that was the end anyway. It doesn't matter. Anyways, thanks everybody for chilling. I believe Phil is over, I guess he's over on the React now. But yeah, I'm not streaming that garbo, so have a great day. Have a great day. And what's today? Oh, it's Sunday? Holy shit. All right, so yeah, we're back tomorrow. We'll be back tomorrow. Peace out. 30th? 30th. Oh, yeah, it's the 30th. Rent's due. Make sure you pay your mortgage, Phil. Whatever it is. Well, pay your bills, Phil.
The topic I want to discuss is depression. Depression is not a joke. It's not something to be joked about with. You are not alone. You are not a horrible person because you have this. It's not your fault. There's still this back here. And it's still in the back of my neck, the back of my head, the back of my mind, and it's always telling me. It's WWE Champions time.
It's been tough. Over the last decade. It has. It's been tough. It's been tough. Over the last decade. It has. It's been tough. It's been tough. Phil's a beggar. Phil's fat. Phil's a loser. It's been tough. Phil's a faggot. Phil's fat. Phil's a loser. Phil's a beggar. It's been tough. Phil's a beggar. Phil's fat. Phil's a loser. It's been tough. Phil's a faggot. Phil's fat. Phil's a loser. Phil's a beggar.
Super Meat Boy is in the stream chat, whining and complaining, saying that I never talk to anyone unless they tip me or they send me money, which is completely false. All he's been doing is sitting there all night complaining that he's depressed and no one cares. And everyone's basically ignoring him because you're like, dude, we just don't care. You know, you come in, the first thing you say is you're depressed. And what are we supposed to say to that? Now he expects that I'm going to derail the whole stream to talk to him live. So let's do it. Super Meat Boy, how you doing? You're really depressed tonight, huh? You're really depressed.